Welcome back. The managing director of Voyager spoke to Hot 7 on the challenges of business after having survived a fire only to move into the COVID-19 crisis. He says going forward, he hopes the business community can come together and support each other.
Manish Mahtani, manager of Voyager Variety Store, on Thursday briefed Hot 7 on the many challenges his business has been going through, first with the November 21st, 2019 fire and now COVID-19.
It has been a very difficult process and a difficult road since the fire, and we were trying to make some progress in getting things back to what we had as normal. We weren't able to take in all the staff we had before, but we did have plans to open a bigger location from this one.
Mahtani says it will take some time to adapt to the times that the country is facing. He has indicated that his business has not fired or cut any salaries, but he understands that some institutions must take such measures. He is asking that the business community unite and find ways to work collaboratively post-COVID-19.
I am very grateful that we were able to open, because without the trickle that we are getting, which is so much better than nothing at all, and we are very grateful for that. And I'm hoping that things improve and more businesses can open, because we support each other, and we need to stand together in this as a business community. We can't watch out for ourselves, and I think that's the only way we can really persevere and progress in society.
The businessman is urging members of the public and other business places to comply with protocol, saying that they can endanger their lives and that of their staff, as well as hinder the progress that the country has been making with relations to COVID-19. He is also calling for the business community to create a forum to voice their concerns as well as help each other during trying times post-COVID. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
Castries Central MP Sarah Flood-Bobra is calling on members of the public to be each other's keeper. She says during such unprecedented times where one's life may have changed drastically, it is difficult for some to cope. She is, however, calling on friends, family, community members to band together.
Everyone is indoors, some are confined. Others say they are at wit's end in trying to cope with all the challenges and rapid changes they have to face due to the effects of COVID-19. Castries Central MP Sarah Flood-Bobra says it is very understandable that persons have become anxious or afraid, especially with all the uncertainty facing the entire world. She is asking the public to reach out to each other, whether on island or in the diaspora, and provide some level of comfort to each other, as there has been indication of a lot of mental pressure on persons.
One of the unfortunate indirect or direct effects of quarantine isolation is anxiety. Mental health is affected because not everybody can live in a contained environment. Not everybody responds well to isolation. Not everybody responds well to being quarantined. A lot of people are just frightened. I mean, this is an unprecedented thing that is happening in history. Some people just don't know how to interpret it. And so you find there will be a lot of different responses to what is happening. It affects mental health, it affects physical health. Persons are now in a contained environment, in small homes perhaps, where they never spent so much time at home before. Some people, very least was to leave home. You have children at home now, families have to cope, children crying, mothers, limited resources. So we can see there can be a lot of stress on individual persons, on families, and again, persons have different coping mechanisms.
She has indicated to persons in the diaspora to reach out to the consulate for assistance where it is needed.
We're asking our people out there to continue to keep in touch with your mission. We cannot promise what we cannot give, but what we will do is try to assist as far as we can. And the best way we can keep in touch with our St. Lucian citizens out there is through our missions and consulates. That's why we have them.
The MP says members of the public need to be patient with themselves and find various sources of comfort to take them through the tough times being faced globally. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Soufrière Fort Jacques MP Herod Stanislas says relief will be brought to his constituents soon. He says the budget will reflect projects that will be beneficial to Soufrière Fort Jacques residents, seeing that they have been hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Member of Parliament for Soufrière Fort Jacques, Herod Stanislas, says his greatest concern at the moment is providing some sort of economic relief to his constituents. He says he is very confident that the estimations for capital projects in the budget will stimulate his constituency, as Soufrière is one of the places that relied heavily on tourism.
We have over 2,000 persons who are directly employed in tourism in Soufrière at some of the premier resorts on the island, also the Soufrière Foundation and all the taxi drivers, or the taxi operators, vendors. So my constituency has been severely impacted by COVID-19. This budget, of course, we have the economic relief fund that the Prime Minister is going to be providing, especially to non-contributors to the NIC. So that's going to benefit some of those vendors and taxi drivers and water taxi operators considerably.
Stanislas says he looks forward to implementing certain capital projects which will assist with the stimulating of the constituency. He believes that at such a juncture, such projects will provide the most economic relief to the country.
In the budget, we also have some capital projects which I'm looking forward to implementing this financial year to help with the employment in the constituency. But I believe at this time, at this juncture, with this pandemic, capital projects play a critical role in bringing some life back to the economy. And I am looking forward to the successful implementation of a few of those projects this financial year in Soufrière and Fossajac to benefit my people.
The MP says he is not concerned at this point in time with the political campaigning being done by the opposition. He says the interest of the people come first, and when it becomes a matter at the polls, he believes the constituency will make a choice based on good representation. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Sports and weather are coming up after the break.